Ariel Winter, the 27-year-old firebrand whose portrayal of middle child Alex Dunphy on Modern Family evolved from precocious kid sister to empowered young woman, has always been unapologetically open about her battles. From conservatorship wars with her mother to body-shaming trolls and a triumphant pivot to voice work in Paradise PD, Winter's narrative is one of defiance and depth. But on November 7th, in an Instagram carousel that shattered her 4.2 million followers, she confronted a grief more profound than any headline: the death of her beloved Samoyed Casper, her first baby and best friend of 11.5 years. With Bob Dylan's Knockin' on Heaven's Door as a somber soundtrack, Winter's tribute laid bare a soul-crushing void, transforming personal loss into a universal elegy for the pets who become family. The photos tell a story in whites and whimsy: Casper as a fluffy pup tumbling over Winter's childhood toys, mid-leap in sun-dappled parks, decked in Christmas PJs that amplify his scawiest fwuffiest boy charm. "I lost my first baby and best friend Casper," she captioned, her words raw and unfiltered. "He was the most special, funny, empathetic, loving, independent, sassy, clumsy and of course handsome good boy." At 11.5, Casper's passing after a sudden illness marked the end of an era that began when Winter, then 15 and navigating Modern Fame's pressures, adopted him as an anchor. "The past 2 weeks have been the most heartbreaking weeks of my life," she confessed, admitting the surreal denial. "I keep thinking the hospital is going to call and tell me a miracle happened and I can pick him up and bring him home." Casper wasn't just a pet, he was Winter's emotional lodestar. In interviews she's credited him with teaching resilience, his ONG serenades pulling her from depressive spirals, his cold floor lounging a cue for self-care. "He loved kids, occasional mischief, walks, but above all else he loved us more than anything," she wrote, alluding to the blended family he embraced: her fiancé Luke Benward, siblings and a parade of nieces and nephews who adored his big teeths and big tail. Benward, 34 and her co-star in Disney's Wish Upon a Star, echoed the sentiment in comments: "He loved his mama more than anything, the only dog that would literally talk back to you." His tribute, laced with humor amid heartache, captured Casper's sass, a trait mirroring Winter's own. The outpouring was swift and star-studded. David Arquette, Winter's True Detective collaborator, shared a paw-print emoji with "sending love." Gloria Estefan, a fellow survivor of industry trials, wrote, "My heart breaks for you." Olivia Munn, open about her endometriosis battles, offered, "He was lucky to have you as his mom." Younger castmates Emma Kenny and Odessa Asian flooded with hearts, a nod to the chosen family Modern forged. Fans too rallied, "Casper was your light, now he's your star," one commented, sparking a thread of pet loss stories that trended under #RIPGoodBoy. Winter's candor stems from a life of public vulnerability. At 18 she emancipated from her mother's control, alleging emotional abuse that stunted her growth. Therapy and therapy dogs like Casper became lifelines, his empathetic eyes a mirror to her HSP highly sensitive person, soul. Post-Modern in 2020, she's advocated for mental health, sharing anxiety-fueled breakdowns on TikTok. This loss though hits primal. "Rip Casper, we miss and love you so much buddy." Her sign-off, "Baby Talk Tender," underscores the regression grief induces, a return to the innocence he embodied. In Hollywood's churn, where stars mourn with polished eulogies, Winter's raw reel stands out. It's therapy in pixels, inviting followers to grieve collectively. As she heals, perhaps adopting anew, channeling sorrow into advocacy, Casper's legacy endures, a fluffy reminder that love's purest form often arrives on 4 paws, leaving paw prints on hearts forever.